I am one with the Pride Week celebrations from my university. Live free, LGBT. You're safe as long as you're within UP. Outside, a different story from a nation reported gay-friendly. 3 miles from ablation shows how this is far from reality. We march to protest in our school known to be liberated. Even there, the streets are full with opposing signs of hatred from a Christian group ironically named Pinoy Pride Preachers, wanting to save us from demonic bondage atop their high bleachers. Thousands of ex-homosexuals have experienced the life-changing powers of Jesus Christ. How about thousands of ex-homophobes experiencing the compassion of the human mind? We wave our flags, we shout for empowerment to our deaf senators elected to government. 33 candidates toured the country during Lent, but only one stood for gay marriage at the parliament. The rest cheaped out with excuses such as lack of procreation or to just be recognized under a civil union. They can be unionized with whomever they love, but husbands, a term granted by God above. In a democracy, full representation is the key. But in 2010, ang ladlad was barred because of immorality. The commission ruling didn't hold out for reasons of equality, but to Palparan they gave a party list for Marcos loyalty. And let's not forget, the brother of whom we're a big fan, who quotes the good book written by the main man, tries his run and tries his lost, want to say, dear man, give up, your homophobia's a bust. The government may be horrible and rightfully so, yet even media institutions make the stereotypes grow. Bersola, Babao, and Ledesma and Kiambao, what did they have in common? To their fans, they all said, nah. Who you are is a natural, who you are is a sin, but keep supporting me in the hopes one day you'll win. We even cheered for Pacquiao whenever he had a game, but when he spoke to Obama, he gave gays a bad name. We've been led to believe we're second-class citizens of a country that insists God only created men and women. Charisse had to apologize to a grieving populace and deal with a family situation that was a lost case. In her mind, what she did was shameful and wrong. All her fans agreed and stopped listening to her song. Of course, right now, the show that captures all the attention, starring Rodriguez and Trillo holding hands in manly affection, critically acclaimed, yet it became the church's monthly obsession to be the topic of sermons that would call us affliction. Year-long wars have been waged by the Catholic cult over issues as significant as a tiny piece of salt. My fourth-year religion teacher said I was spewing propaganda when I argued against homophobia in the queer lingua franca. But while she was against the issue I was fighting because of the church my gay brothers were suffering, the CBCP has labeled my love for other men as sin, but called for forgiveness for pedophiliac priests as they are the way to him. I cry when I see deep faith from a true believer and not from a plastic who constantly reminds me I'm going to hell. That's why I'm agnostic. People keep asking why we are relentless in our struggle, saying we are accepted anyway. They mustn't have heard of Google. Gay men are being raped, murdered, abused, and belittled all around. Open your eyes, injustice in this nation is abound. Don't you think for Serena, Glock 9 had any inspiration? Or even, for example, J. Neil Garcia's conversion? The abuse we receive always begins where we grew, from a macho father who wanted a straight boy true. School would be mocked and called a fag and tossed around like a whorish rag. When we reach college and our mind is more open, we'd fall in love, and opportunists will come then. For our wallet, our time, our brains, our body. With his friends, he'll introduce us as his girly buddy. Graduating with hope, we'll begin a career where we'll get fired once HR knows we're queer. We'll fall in love once more, this time he's a keeper. But we'll never be recognized. He's just a live-in partner. Our past was a joke, our present bleak, our future ignored, and I apologize now if my message will strike a chord. Among Facebook memes, Twitter accounts, and blog posts, there will always be a dozen homophobic ghosts. I bet you just a week, I swear this will happen. At least 5 homophobic posts in the comment section. And it's always the same thing. Sodom, Gomorrah, Leviticus, people with no lives throwing a big fuss. Jesus preached love, never intolerance nor hatred, and that the first without sin cast the stone of the sacred. So no! I don't think that Filipinas is gay-friendly, just because we allow Ate Gay to romp on noontime TV. Impersonators, drag queens are tolerated, for sure, but when masculine cast shows strip, they got insecure. UP elected a transgender and a bisexual as chair. Now it's time to fight for the land that we share. We don't need to be patronized, we give back your condescension. We are here to get our deserved compensation. Times are sad and sometimes I bang my head because of a society that cannot understand why I have another man in my bed. We will campaign all the way up to the powers that be. We are LGBT is the slogan, and we're here to be free.